Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and the card reveal season has really started. We have RAFAAM revealed, the Warlock Legendary, the Warlock Location, and a bunch of other cards. And before we get into it, of course, we have our giveaway going on for Murder Castle Nathria. I'm giving away 2 mega bundles, 2 regular pre-orders out of my pocket. All you have to do is like and comment in the video, in the description below, subscribe to the channel, and you'll note we're only like 100 subs away from 54K. Every time we hit a new 1,000 this reveal season, I'm giving away an additional mega bundle. So hit that sub button. Make me go broke. There is no cap on it. So hit that subscribe button. So we have a bunch of new cards, including this epic that has not yet been translated yet. The Fluffy Devourer. Don't think it's its name, but we know what the card does. It's a 9-mana 4/4 epic. Battlecry, devour an enemy minion and gain its stats. If this is in your hand, while 5 friendly minions die, so it infuses, you then kill the adjacent minions, so 3 total if they're on board. That's pretty damn strong. Like gaining those stats, killing 3 things. This will be absolutely crazy in arena. I could even see this being like Bane in arena, how strong this can be. On ladder, it's 9 mana, right? Or 1 mana with an alignment, or you could cheat it out potentially with your battle cry discount weapon in Shaman, and you can repeat it with like a brilliant Macaw in Shaman or a Shudderwalk in Shaman. Battle cry, always look at Shaman, right? You just can't help it. It's a really insane battle cry effect, but it's 9 mana. Will it see play? I don't know. I actually think it's got potential. Like, it's one of those cards that kind of reminds me of Abominable Lieutenant that would eat a random minion, right? That would eat a random one for 8 mana. For 1 more mana, you get to pick it and also maybe eat more, but it doesn't have that snowballing effect. I'm going to give it a 3 in Standard and Wild. I think this type of card can see play despite how ridiculously expensive it is, but again, it'll be a fringe card if it does, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it will. And then we have the Hearthside chat with developer insights. If you want to go into, I'll link this Hearthside chat if you want to take a look, if you want to hear some more responses from the team, but there's a bunch of cards revealed. And there's going to be a whole Imp Demon thing going on for Warlock, which makes me happy because, like, can we have Zoo back? Can we have non-super toxic things back, things that fight for board? And we'll see if it works, but we have the Imps, and you'll see that they tie into RAFAAM. First, we have the Mischievous Imp, 4-mana 3/3 demon. Battlecry, summon a copy of this, so you automatically get a 4-mana 6/6. That's good. That's kind of busted. That's gonna make it playable, right? And if you infuse 3, you summon 2 copies, so you get a 4-mana 9/9. And if it's been hand buffed at all, it retains those buffs. So in Wild, you have that 1-mana Soul Infusion. You can, like, this is on the left side of your hand, you can get +2/+2. Yeah, that just, I mean, it's a 4-mana 6/6. How's it not going to see play? It's like brute forcing an archetype. Classic Blizzard, right? We'll see. There's a lot of support for this too. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 in Standard, a 3 out of 5 in Wild, because there's a lot of good Zoo stuff you could do. It's just, this card seems like super solid. It's just ridiculous stats. The fact it's just baseline 4-mana 6/6, like, yeah, I guess you want imps to work. I mean, this alone, although, you know, it doesn't come down on turn 1 or anything, is probably going to see play. Seems really strong. We also have a new beast for Hunter, Stonebound Gargan, 4-mana 3/5 rush. So not amazing, but infuse 3 also damages the minions next to whomever this attacks, so it's like a cleave. That's pretty solid, but it's on a 3/5 in Hunter. You can, like, buff it, like you have the location that gets +2 attack. That'd be good on this 5 attack, right? But this card feels like it really has to be infused. Okay, so this card needs to be infused to be good. A 4-mana 3/5 rush is not good enough on its own anymore. And it needs to be infused, and you need to be in a matchup where you need that cleave. So overall, I feel like this card's probably not going to make it. There's a lot of better rush options. Like, just, the cleave has to be worth it. So it's meta dependent on that. And you need to have a lot of other minions die, which you're likely to do, going to have while you're playing Hunter. But I just don't think it makes the cut. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard, a 1 out of 5 in Wild, because I just don't see this working at all there. But it depending on the correct meta and everything else going on, one, it could see play, but I'm definitely not sold. We have a new shaman spell, which is nuts. Convincing Disguise. It's 1 mana, transform a friendly minion into one that costs 2 more, right? So you get a 2, like an evolve, but a little bit better, except on 1 minion. However, if you infuse 4, so 4 friendly minions die while it's in your hand, you transform them all. So this is a 1 mana evolve, upgraded evolve. The old evolve used to, transform all your minions by 1 or more. This can do it 2 or more. Really solid card. Even not infused, you could definitely get some utility out of it. You hit one big thing. You have the legendary, which will then summon that as well. That shaman legendary support. I'm gonna give this a 4 to 5 in standard, 4 to 5 in wild, because evolve shaman has been real there, and this is good. The only downside, of course, is you have to draw this and then infuse it. That will make it a little bit clunky, but other than that, evolve has historically always been busted, and I can't imagine a world where this isn't pretty busted as well. We have the Vial Library, so this is the final location to be revealed for Warlock. Give a friendly minion +1/+1, so just give 1 minion +1/+1. It only has 2 uses. However, repeat for each imp you control, and that's all imps. So Flame Imp, the imps that come off, I believe, the 3 mana spell that summons 4 imps, anything that says imp. So you play this with that 3 mana spell, you put it onto 1 minion, you're getting +5/+5. That's really good, and there's a lot of really good imps, and you can just put this on the board and use it whatever you want. I think it's really solid. I think Imp Warlock is going to be a real deal because everything is just so overstated and cheap. I'm gonna give this a 4 to 5 in standard, 3 to 5 in wild. I don't know, maybe it makes Galakrond Warlock a thing. You summon, I believe, fiendish imps with the Galakrond and Warlock. Every time you invoke, you summon imps. That might work there. Like, those will count. If it's anything like the Whelp Bonker stuff or just Whelps, like, every imp will count. So Flame Imp, all that stuff, look out. Imp Warlock's looking pretty real. Speaking of that, we have Impending Catastrophe. 2 mana, you draw a card, so pretty bad, but repeat for each imp you control. So if you have at least 1 imp on the board, this is good. It's 2 mana, draw 2. That's all you need. 1 imp, and you're already getting a above value draw. It's a 4-star card in standard, probably 4-star card in wild. What more do I need to say? Like, Warlock's kind of lacking a bit of draw right now outside of life tap, really. And now you just have a few imps. Boom, you're drawing your whole deck. Again, Fiendish Circle. This card is 2 mana, draw 5. Or 5 mana, draw 5, summon 4 imps. You can buff it with the location. Just seems super strong. Imp Warlock. I'm glad a board-based Warlock deck looks like it's coming back, but my god, the power creep, Blizzard! It's real, but I'll probably be wrong like I always am anyways, and will show up in a future video. What else do we have? We have Flustered Librarian. Premium statted minion, 1 mana, 1/3/4 Warlock. Has +1 attack for each imp you control. So, I mean, it's a 1 mana 1/3. That's good on its own. Any imps on the board, you have a nice, turn 1 play, summon some imps, even have that ranked spell, right? That ranked spell that summons imps, that works too. All these imps, it's gonna be crazy. Imp-tastic. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. It's not as quite spectacular as the other imp cards, but if you're playing a zoo deck, because that's what it is, you're going to want to play 1 mana 1/3 on 1 to fight for board, and it has potential upside on top of it. That's really good. So 3 out of 5 standard, 3 out of 5 wild. Really solid card. Mage has a new frost spell, Solid Alibi, 2 mana. Until your next turn, your hero can only take 1 damage at a time. So this is like a defensive spell. You can play, it's your opponent's got you low on health, you play it, and maybe they only have like 1 big threat, and it's only gonna deal 1 damage. But I could tell you, this effect historically has not been good enough. Even in Duels, there's like a passive where you set your health to 10, and you only take 1 damage at a time. It's just clunky. It's clunky. You have to, like, the main mage deck right now that runs spells is big spell mage. Definitely not going to run this. Mech mage doesn't care. It's got to go into like that frost, I guess that frost archetype with skeletons, but that's more mid-range aggression. I just don't know where this slots into, but it is a good defensive card in the right situation, the right matchup. Because yeah, it's basically like just I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5 in standard wild, but I could definitely be wrong. This effect could be probably really annoying if it's really good, but I just don't see it at the moment. We have a red herring. I like the flavor on it. It is a big beast for just a neutral period. 7 mana, 3/12. It has taunt, and then your non-red herring minions have stealth. So any minion that's not a red herring. So like everything basically, or another, if you had another red herring on the board, would not gain stealth. It would keep its taunt. So you can give any minion you want on the board stealth, but it's very expensive. This is very expensive card. But yes, you play it on a full board of stuff, and then they all have stealth, and they have to kill this to remove the stealth. Is that good? No, I don't think so. To me, it's just flavor. It's cool. It's a meme, but I don't see for 7 mana what you're really stealthing and making impact in the game. I just think maybe alignment, right? Alignment maybe can abuse it somehow, but if you have an alignment going, why do you care about stealthing stuff? You just want to destroy your opponent. So I'll give it a 2 out of 5 in standard, 2 out of 5 in wild. It's not even a battle cry, so it's like just an active effect. It's not something you can really bank in a shutter walk, so not that amazing. And then lastly, we have Imp King RAFAAM. RAFAAM is back. Battle cry. You resurrect 4 friendly imps. So that can be just 1/1s, whatever. But base stat line is 6 mana, 6/6. So you're getting stats no matter what. And then infuse. So if you have 5 minions die while this is in your hand, you give all imps +2/+2, I'm assuming on the board, so the ones you resurrect as well as any that are on the board. That is a massive stat bomb that's basically like an arbor up right away, right on the board. It's a savage roar. It's just a really good finisher for an imp deck. Again, the downside though, it has to be in your hand, but at the very worst, even if you play it, you're just getting a bunch of stats. You can buff it with your location. It's just a really solid card, even without the upside of an infuse. I think Imp Warlock's gonna be real. There's a lot of insane synergies that are being forced, power crept, and I'm gonna give Imp King RAFAAM as the finisher a 4 out of 5 in standard, a 4 out of 5 in wild, just because I do think Galakrond can work. That deck isn't horrible. They unnerfed all the Galakrond stuff in Warlock, and all those imps are gonna have really good synergy. You're gonna be able to snowball with those invokes. I think that could really be back. So a lot of cool cards, a lot of imps. Board might matter for Warlock again, and I welcome that. We'll have another review maybe later tonight. There's some more cards later tonight. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Stay salty, my friends.